Hi guys, it's been a while I know, but I'm going to do a plan with me today. I just needed to take January to kind of get through stuff at work and everything else. So I have got here my passion planner in my gorgeous Ludori, which is by the wonderful Lewis and Louisa, and it is a leather slip cover in B5 with my little signposts and predominantly orange because it's me. So if I open it up, we've got pockets, we've got my planner, the selection of stickers I'm going to use today, and I'm going to take it out for this because I think it's going to be much easier. I'm just going to talk you through my planner a little bit. So I made the decision in January, well before January, to go back to a dated passion planner, just to see how I got on with it, changes at work and the way I was planning for work and things. So this is just the classic Elite Black one. This is one of the freebies that was in the goodie bag at Plan last September, and this is one of the new Penguin Joe decals from Elliebeth Designs. And Rachel also very nicely did me a custom set of small rainbow monthly tabs, which pretty much perfectly fit this. They line up with the marks on the side pretty well, and these are now available in the shop as well. So yeah, back to plan with me videos. Sorry, brain had a little bit of a moment there. I've changed the way I'm using this a little bit at the moment, because I'm using it in a more of a bullet journal style way. I'm having a personal crisis with bullet journal at the moment, but I still love the method, so I'm using the method within this, but not necessarily using the timelines. So I'm using the Little Bit Fierce collection this week, and this was one of my favourite kits ever, and when Rachel released it as a collection I went a little bit crazy and bought a lot more sheets than normal. So we've got the Days to Day Life with all the Penguin Joes and things on, Days and Dates, the deco sheet, and I hardly ever get the deco sheet, the full boxes, the weekly core sheet, the list it and track it. Now this has had a bit of a revamp, and this is something I don't normally use, but I thought I'd give it a go. The half boxes, the mixed event labels, and the washi strip. So I went a little bit mad, in a good way, I think. So what I'm going to do is I've already done a little bit of pre-trimming on some of these sheets, because I'm going to cover up the timelines. Now, if you've watched some videos before, you will know that these strips here fit the timelines pretty well in terms of width, but I have actually trimmed, hopefully. Oh, I think I need to get a new knife blade for my knife. No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I can do this. There we go. I have measured and trimmed in advance the washi to 0.5 centimeters, 5 millimeters, and I'm going to use this to cover the timelines because it just adds a bit of colour. I'm not so worried about it then if it's not there, and we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, January has been a little bit bonkers. So the big project at work went live in January but got pushed back a little bit from the original date because it wasn't what it should have been. So it took up a lot more of January than we thought it would do, and actually I did okay in terms of sort of surviving, because we did a full week at work, then we went in and worked overnight on the Saturday, then we went back in to work on the Monday and worked most of the week as well, because it didn't go smoothly. So it was a bit full on, and I was having a bit of a moment, shall we say, and talked her through the doctor, and basically, as she said, anyone going through that is going to find it tough, never mind someone who's still sort of recovering. So yeah, I think I did pretty well. So now I need to get a new blade for my knife, definitely. Now we're back into sort of more of the swing of things and getting back on track, so that's all positive. And also the good news is that although my 6-month contract should come to an end next week, it is going to be extended for a year, so that's positive as well. Because it is just it's working for me at the moment, this job, in terms of getting back to where I need to be, and reminding myself who I am, basically, for want of a better description. So yeah, it's all okay at the moment. So there we go. So planners. I haven't really spoken about planners. I've talked about the various different passion planners I'm using, which is changing frequently. So I've got this passion planner. I gained another passion planner at Christmas. I did get the dailies. The dailies arrived. I'm still trying to work out how I want to use them, if I want to use them, getting a system that works, because I'll use it one week and go, yeah, this is amazing, and then do the same thing the next week and go, no, this doesn't work. So I don't know. Oh, this one's really not cut very well. Oh, and I've just torn it. Oh, this is not going well. Okay. It's going to be new knife time, I think. I've got some blades somewhere. I shall have to dig those out later. So yeah, Passion Planner Daily. Oh, my days. I'm going to abandon that. Passion Planner Daily is what it is at the moment. And part of me keeps missing actually having... Hello, madam. Sorry, that's my cat. I haven't really done a video since we got the cat, and I'm at home today, and she's being a bit vocal, aren't you? Oh, we want to play now. Okay, good times. Completely ruined my train of thought. I've got no idea where I was. Oh, this is not going well. Right. We're just going to do it. We're going to go in, put it down, trim it again, and then go for it and hope for the best. Yes, I know, darling. She chirrups a lot and makes weird noises. She doesn't necessarily meow very much. And is currently investigating various different cardboard boxes around my office space. So there we go. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Did it. Yes. Whew. That was a bit stressful. What was I saying? Passion planners. Yeah, so passion planners obviously are still part of my lineup, and predominantly my main lineup. How many passion planners does one girl need? I don't know. I just know that I probably have more than most people think they need. But I don't care, because it covers the planning need I have, it covers me being organised, it covers that need I have sometimes to just put down stickers, because it's an absorbing activity that makes me feel like okay. This is going to be a bit narrow. That one will be a bit better, I think. No, we're just gonna we'll go with it. I think. No, we won't. We don't like that. Okay. So I now need to find another sheet and do another bit of a trim. I'm just going to pause and I'll come back, because Madam is clearly not going to be happy. Okay, I've sorted that out. Clearly the cat is in the mood where I'm going to attack things and run away and sprint at high speed. Her name isn't Madam, by the way, it's Dora. And she is a character and then some. So, sorted out the washi. I would, of course, pick the sheet that's got the very slightly different strip down the side, but never mind. I've also got trimmed this one. Now, Rachel's changed the washi sheets on this. And I did go, I really like the bits that you've taken out. Can you please put some cut lines on there? So these are now cut lines for halfway through. Because those were the strips I used most often across the top here, so they are a bit wider now. Oh, they're much wider. Ooh. Do I do that? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save that. I've got another use for that. It's fine. I'm going to use the actual day covers for once. Don't use them very often in this planner, but I'm going to. So now the only thing I'm not a massive fan of is the fact that to fit them on you have to lose the today's focus box, but I think I'm going to put them on and then I'll give them a bit of a trim at the end of the video and hope for the best. It's kind of how I'm feeling at the moment because I just want to get things done. So this is kind of setting up my weekly, as I think of it, my weekly log in bullet journal terms, and I like colour. There's no point looking at things if it's not colourful. Like, even in my work notebook, considering I work in IT and everything's on the computer, I still have to write everything down. And I have a massive tub of highlighters next to me all day so I can colour code things, and it makes I'm horribly efficient despite all this, but just that colour makes a bit of a difference when it comes to actually looking at things, doing things. So yeah, it's my preference. So days are down. Now what I'm going to do this week, which I haven't really done, is I'm going to include, there goes the cat again, she's mad. I'm going to include a half box to add in just the events that are going on, to really make it clear, because sometimes on some of the washi strips I've used, I tend to put my symbols on here and they can get a bit lost. So I thought if I have a box, it will really stand out. Now the question is, which ones do I go for? Do I go for patterns? Do I go for plain or a mix? I think we're gonna go for a mix. So I'm gonna put them at the top. So I'm gonna flip the plan around, and then we're just gonna go in there, and then it's right there so we can see what's going on. I think I'm just gonna work across, because I can always go in with my magic pen afterwards and add in a little line around the edge to really make it stand out. But I might do that. I have to find the right pen though. And this just separates everything out from the tasks, because I'm very much in that mode of it needs to be written down. Absolutely, otherwise I may not know what's going on and I may miss something. So I'm going to apologise now if some of this is off camera or has been sliding off camera. I've got some new lights which are really nice, but take up a lot of desk space. So I've arranged things a bit, and it's meant that this has ended up a little bit further away than I would normally put my planner from the edge of the desk. So yeah, occasionally it's going to come a bit close to me for things. So those are my events. I do put washi across the bits at the bottom because, you know, I like colour. That I could put the grid, that's where I'm going to put my dragons. Okay, I'm going to do some trimming on that, I think, afterwards. Just to make it a little bit thinner and maximise the space I have. And then this one, it doesn't matter so much. It just makes a nice green, and it's kind of a bit of a, it makes it nice and colourful, which with the weather we've had at the moment is not nice. Thursday morning, 3:15, was the most horrific hailstorm. It was coming sideways at the front of our house, at our bedroom window, and it came from nowhere and woke all of us up, including the cat, who was very much hunkered down, happily asleep beneath us, or under the duvet, sort of somewhere, who knows. and she went with an absolute start, which made it about 3 times more jumpy than it actually needed to be, because of the frightened little bundle of fluff. Oh, that's not perfect. I definitely need to get a new blade. Okay, so it just adds a bit of colour, and I like colour, as I've already said today. I'm saying that a lot. So these bits that I've got left over from covering the timelines work really nicely to cover these bits as well. So we can just remove most of the grey and horrible bits around the edge, and then we can get in and do a little bit more of the whole weekly prep thing. Words are still a challenge. I will go that far. Right. Oh, there we go. How are we doing for time? No, it's not too rambly. I was a bit worried I'd just talk and talk and talk today and lose track of everything. So, I'm going to come to this list here. I'm going to start with this one. So I use the space for the good things that happened, just for a quick note of something positive that's happened in the day, or something that I'm particularly grateful for. So I'm going to take the gratitude header and just pop it in there for the week. I have my little focus of the week as well in the little box, and actually these 3-star checklists do fit quite nicely, although I am struggling with smaller stickers these days, so that's where the tweezers come in. So I can just make a note of those things. Okay. Oh, it's just gone out of my head what I was thinking. I don't know, it's gone. Right, so I could have one of these for the meal plan for the week, or I could put it in my days. I'm going to put it in my days, I think. So I now need a coloured pen, and I don't know where I've put any of them. Put them all away. Oh, for goodness sake. You daft madam. Right. Oh, no, let's go with this one. There we go. So, at the bottom, I'm just going to make just going to draw a line to box off where I'm going to put my meals for the day. Because I know I've probably said this before, but eating has been one of those things that is sometimes a bit of a challenge. So I'm just trying to keep a note of the positives. So like when I actually eat proper meals or eat 3 meals, things like that. So I'll put a little header in as well, I think. So I've got some highlighters on standby, mild liners and the like. And I'm just going to colour that in for a header, because I do also want this collection to go as far as possible. So if I can use it in other ways, I will do. So there's that. Other things I wanted to stand out. Now, I've been trying to do one thing around the house each day, which isn't necessarily going as well as it could do. But I have been trying to mark it in my planner, so I could do this. No, I'm going to do it days. I'm going to do it days just to make it stand out. So I'm going to use stickers for this, even though it's kind of a task. I'm gonna stick it underneath the events. So it's there as kind of like my priority, really. So I actually kind of pinched Rachel's idea. So Rachel was looking at Rachel's cleaning list. I can't remember where she talked about it. It was somewhere. And it's the idea of doing, you know, a day is assigned to a particular thing, so when it gets to the weekend, you're not spending the whole weekend catching up on yourself and that sort of thing. And while, as it is described, isn't necessarily the best fit for my lifestyle, some of it actually works pretty well. So I'm just trying to adopt little things. So that's going to be my cleaning focus for the day, and then the rest is going to be for tasks and notes. And when it comes to tracking is interesting at the moment. So I'm obviously trying to record things that are beneficial to my health. So I'm keeping an eye on what I found somewhere. It was actually a sticker that was a personal checklist. So things to do every single day for your mental health and physical health for like long-term conditions. And it's simple things, you know, getting up, eating, drinking, going outside, changing your clothes, washing medication, that kind of thing. But actually, on days where I'm at home, that's sometimes a bit of a challenge. And working from home one day a week, that, you know, I do that because I have appointments, but actually sometimes I don't. But it's still really helpful to have there as a reminder and a prompt. I'm also having an experiment with spoon theory as well. So that's the idea that you only have so many things a day, only so many spoons a day, and different activities take up different amounts of spoons. So I've been tracking those. So I'm just gonna again use a highlighter. It's not even on camera, is it? To create a header space for each of these things, because I will go and do that line later. Because that requires a lot of counting. But what I then do, so that is, let me get this right, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, perfect. I've then been using skinny washi to separate that off. And then I have my weekly tending list from my power sheets in here, and just a few other sort of like key things at some point during the week. Those are the words I was looking for. I've managed to get them out. So I haven't mentioned my power sheets. I thought I'd give it a go as kind of having a focus on things, and I'm really enjoying it so far, although I am struggling a little bit with it at times, just because it is quite personal and draws up quite a lot of things, and some of them I'm not completely ready to deal with, or things catch you by surprise. So Monday is bins and recycling. Oh, do I want to put things on the weekend? Because it's actually, do you know what I am? I'm talking to myself here and not making anything clear at all. So for Christmas, me and my husband were given cinema tickets, not cinema tickets, theatre tickets, that's the one, to go and see Book of Mormon. And I am going to do a whole box dedicated to that as an important event. I'm just going to put it there because why not? So I think that's kind of the structure for the week. Now I'm not going to fill this in because I am still doing, or still trying to do the thing of sitting down each evening or morning and putting the things together, putting the day together. So I've got here a little bit of, I'll put the little crock pots in. I really like these. They're just a little bit of fun, I think. So I'm going to put these in for the little meal section, just to kind of go, yeah, we're here. This is our purpose. And that's all good. I don't want to go. muttering to myself again. And I'm going to put this down here as well. Just a reminder. Okay, what I may do actually is if I pause, do the rest of the stuff down here, and then come back and I'll show you the full start of the week, because some of this you don't necessarily need to hear me counting all the things, because there are a lot of things to count. So I'll do that, pause, and then return. Okay, so I've gone in and added in the little bits of things to start the week. So this is kind of how my week's been starting, where I've got events at the top. I've put them in a sticker today, this week, my structure for the week, and then I add things as they come up. But this does also mean that things I think of or that I know of can be added in advance, which saves some of the migration process, and just makes things a little bit easier for me sometimes. So for example, I know that on Tuesday it is my day to do the gratitude prompt in the Elliebeth Facebook group. I also know that on Sunday is my fixed day for doing my sort of weekly check-in, which has come from partly from my power sheets, but also partly from the therapy stuff that I did. Thursday I tend to do meal planning for the following week, which will be extra important considering that my husband is on call then. He's traded off with someone so that they're going to do the Saturday night for him while we're out. So that's my kind of bullet journal setup for next week. This space I use for notes, other things, hydration tracker I haven't put in, so that will probably end up going in there. But yeah, this is the system that's kind of working for me at the moment while I still get to grips with where I am in terms of planning and things that are going on and health and everything else. So yeah, that's that. Obviously a lot of stickers that I've mentioned are from Elliebeth Designs UK. I am on Rachel's creative planning team, so I will leave a link in the description box with my affiliate discount code, which gives me a few extra bonus reward points if you place an order with my code, which gives you 10% off. I don't know if there's much of this collection left in the shop. It did sell out pretty quickly, but we have just had What's New Wednesday, and if you join the Facebook group there will be information about other upcoming collections. Cool. I will leave it there for now, guys. I'll be back at some point, hopefully next week. In the meantime, happy planning.